Hello, this is Takkong. It's been a while since I've done a video on something. Well, anyways, let's skip to the point. Today, this video is about corporate spy missions from Warframe. Now, this video is usually for newer players and stuff like that. I'm gonna be talking about the fastest way to get inside a vault without doing the least amount of hacking possible, and also making sure that you don't need to require to have any special warframes or special weapons or special sentinels. The only reason I'm going for this setup is I'm too lazy to pick anything up. That's why I have my carrier, and I have my Falcor because I need it's just in case Stalker or Assassin show up while I'm trying to make this video. And the Gamma Core, I'm using it as a laser pointer. It's very useful that way. And the last thing is I have a melee weapon. It can be any melee weapon as long as you have ground slam. Now this video is gonna be covering all the versions of the data faults in in Cropus data faults that can appear, and I will teach you how to do every one of them the most efficient way possible, and the variations of them also. But here's a point that I want to get across. If you're trying to do spy mission solo or you're trying to do it fast, there's two things you have to know. Number one is don't bother fighting the enemies. You just run to the vaults as fast as possible. Number two is if they trip the alarm, you do want to turn it off. Because if you don't turn it off, they can actually, some of them will chase after you into the data vault, which makes it much harder to actually get the data without alerting any enemies. Or because since you will have to clear out a larger amount of enemies before actually clearing out the data vaults. Alright, so since everything that needs to be said have been said, let's get started. Now, here we are at the first data vault. Now, every data vault you will have to do this security hacking thing before the door will open. Then you will see what type of data vault it is. Now, this is the first type. I call this the elevator. God damn it. Just ignore that. I call this the elevator vault because there's always an elevator, and when you see this one, this is one of the easiest data vault to do. All you have to do is start the elevator, one on this, and then there will be vents here. Now, either this vent or the vent on the other side would be open. Now, normally you can just run and stay at that vent, but I messed up twice in a row because this is video recording, so you always mess up like this. And then you can get in here, and then always head this way because, well, you can head the other way, but this way is what I'm used to. You break this vent, and there's usually an enemy right over here. And there's also, well, there's the enemy. If you get it on the first try, that enemy will be right over here. Now, you kill that enemy because you can use anything to kill that enemy as long as you kill it. It makes your life easier for the next part. There might be a camera over here that you will also have to kill. And then now, all you do is jump up here. This is the data vault that I ask you to have a melee weapon equipped, so you can ground slam. Basically, the entire thing is just timing, and you just time your jump so you get into the data vault, hack it, or use ciphers, whichever you want. You don't actually need ciphers for any of these tricks. And okay, this is the second data vault. First, you gotta take out this enemy. It will always be walking toward there. Now, if you trip the alarm for some goddamn reason, turn it off. As fast as possible. You see this guy, oh, great. But anyways, let me take care of this. Okay. Now, the problem with not turning your alarm off is this is gonna happen. Basically, the door is always open, so they can see you. So enemies will chase you into the vault, and stuff like this will happen, and then enemies inside the vault might decide to trigger the data, but anyways, it seems I got rid of it. So now you go over here. Either this door or that door over there will be open. Now, if this door is open, there might be a camera here, as you can see. Shoot it. Dead. And then go up this vent. We want to do the least hacking possible. Come here. Kill these two enemies. There will always be one crewman and one osprey. Done. Turn off this laser just in case you mess up, or for some reason you missed the crewman, then you turn this laser off first and then run after the crewman and kill him. Because he will be annoying for the next one. Now this, you just walk right through this. This stuff is fake. Hack this. And you're into the vault. Hack the vault. You get the data. Now here, there is other ways of doing this, which there is a vent back here, which leads out inside this other room. If you get this door to be open when you first enter the vault and you kill this guy, and this vault's open, you can check if this vent is open. If this vent is open, that means you get a free way into the data vault. But there will be a camera here, and you have to take that out first. This door will be locked and you have to hack it to go through, but it doesn't matter. Now, if you don't want to do the two hacking sequence, you can also get into this room by another way. This door might be locked. This door might be locked, but you can always get in through this vent over here, as you can see. You can. It's the same as that side, except and this side has the same thing. It's same on that. It's the same vent I come through on that side of the room. This side has a version of it right here. You just go through and then do the exact same thing. Turn off the lasers, kill the Cropus crewman or whatever. It's one of the crewman types, and then one osprey. Kill them both. Walk through this fake laser over here. Turn off the door, this door, and then hack the data vault. Done. Now, this is finished. Let's move on to the next one. Alright. Come on, stop stopping me in my tracks. But anyways, this one... No, please! Alright then. Give up already! Alright. Did it stop? Okay, good. Now this one is the one of the semi-hard ones because of the fact that you have to parkour and stuff like that. Now there will be these two lasers moving up and down. This one's easy, just wait for it to go down, walk over it. This second one's hard, you have to time it so you land on this and then walk over it. Sometimes these and this laser will not be on, but I don't know what causes it that. There might be a laser on this frame. It's only on the harder levels though, so usually you don't have to worry about it. And then now, you can turn off these lasers just in case you, I don't know, messed up on this part. But anyways, turning off the laser makes this easier. You jump up here. Well, actually it doesn't work that way, I forgot. You jump up here, and then you can get onto this ramp. Or you can, sometimes this vent will be open like it is now, and you can just wall climb up there. But anyways, I just usually do this because sometimes the vent isn't open, so yeah. And then you see this bunch of lasers. Well, we got an easier path. Just take this vent. This vent will always be open. I haven't seen a case where it isn't. And then there's this vent over there that usually is open, but this time it isn't. So what we do is we climb up to that vent. Come on, please. Warframe, please. Warframe. Okay, good. And then, well, this one's easy, but usually this floor has lasers. But I got a really lucky one. And then what you do is you bullet jump over there. But sometimes there's, you see these green lines. That means sometimes there will be lasers coming down. Then instead, this laser will not be here. Like this laser you're seeing right now, this laser will not be here. But anyways, our job is to get into that vent. If that vent isn't here, then if that vent is not open, then this vent will be open, and either way it makes our job. If this vent's open, this will be the easiest way, but if this vent isn't open, then we have to see if the laser's coming down. If the laser is coming down, then this laser won't be here, which means if this laser won't be here, we will be going down here. If this laser is here, we can just directly go for the vent, but since I'm here for safety, you turn this off and all the lasers on this side will be gone, which will guarantee you free pass into that vent. And then you can come down here, break this, and you're inside the vault room. I did say the least amount of packing, so... Anyways, that's it for this one. This one's semi-hard depending on the pattern layouts. There's several. It's kind of hard to explain if you guys don't see it, but... Well, time to go on to the next one. Well, I found a vault where it has this one opened. Now you can just jump in really easily, get down here, break, and there's the vault. So that's the easiest one if that vent is open. But anyways, something I forgot to talk about. It helps to do spy missions if you have a Warframe with a faster speed. Now, the only reason my Valkyrie isn't that fast is because I don't have rush on her, which I usually do. I just took that off to show that you guys can do it with a slightly lower frame. But this Valkyrie does have armor agility, so it's a bit faster than a normal Valkyrie. Some things I want to point out is it's actually much better to have a fast frame so you can to do spy missions. There's one reason. Well, technically there's two, but they all contribute to the same thing. Both meaning they are basically made for making sure that enemies doesn't target you. Now the two reasons are, first, as long as you don't stay within the enemy's range, as in like their line of sight, for long enough, they won't actually register you're there. You can do it's kind of silly, but it's actually proven true. You can see it by just using Loki, and then you cloak, and then you stand in front of a enemy, and then you spam the 2 button, right? When you uncloak, you will instantly cloak again. Even if you're standing in front of the enemy won't register you're there. So having a fast frame means you will get out of enemy's line of sight faster, which also means they won't register you as an enemy, which also means they won't trip the alarm. Now, after they trip the alarm, then what your job is, it's not to kill all the enemies, because there will be literally enormous amount of enemy constantly rushing toward you. Your best bet is just to hack the alarm in front of them as fast as possible and then get the heck away. You guys can use ciphers, but since I'm trying to do this without ciphers, it's better to just hack it, learn how to hack fast, because in Sword T, you will not be able to use ciphers. Oh yeah, by the way, you can technically just ground pound, just ground slam all the way through all the layers, but I wouldn't recommend this because unless you're super duper lucky, you will trip off the alarm, but you will have plenty of time to hack it yourself or use a cipher. But if it's on Sword T and you're not a good hacker, I seriously would not recommend this strategy. You want as many tries on it as possible. Oh yeah, by the way, you can jump a bit up before ground slamming. There is more than enough room for your or whatever Warframe to jump as high as possible and ground slam, and you guys won't trip the lasers. I'm really bad at hacking on video. Okay, here's another one. This one's also relatively easy. Now, first things first, you gotta be careful of this camera. Take it down. Now, there will be usually 1 or 2 enemies patrolling them. Kill them! Make as much noise as you want. Actually, it's better to make more noise, because they will come to you to try to kill you. Now, there will be lasers hallway. It can summon here, but for some reason, if you see that they're blackout, that means they won't shoot lasers. Now, lasers... all the lasers... just great. This is what happens when you get an alarm trigger on the outside. Now, what you're normally supposed to happen is take care of the camera and then slowly work your way to this room. Lasers are all on a set timer, so... okay. This is also another reason you don't want to for the alarm to be triggered. If someone sees you and the alarm is fudging triggered because they follow you all the way here, you will nearly 100% get data failure. So what happens here is, now I'm just gonna explain this room and hopefully I will get you guys another room where I can show this in. Now, first things first, when you enter, there's usually 1 enemy patrolling right here. Kill it. And then second thing is, there should be an enemy patrolling right around here if the second enemy spawns. Kill that guy too. If you did not trip any alarms and you did not brought anybody over here like I did because I wasn't using a faster frame, or I didn't put rush on my Valkyr, you can kill the first guy and the second guy won't notice, even if you do it with a loud weapon. That guy will not notice. Now, the second thing is, these vents will sometimes be open and sometimes not. I just don't really care because they're usually either both closed or they just lead somewhere useless. So basically, I'm going to show you how to go through this. Now, when you go through this, there's two always to pick. It doesn't matter. They will always both be available. I usually pick this one, but both sides you do the same thing. When you get to here, this side might have a laser. Now, you can tell there is a laser if it doesn't have the green line ding. If it doesn't have the green line, that means no laser, it's free to pass through. Same applies for these. If these doesn't have the green line ding, then yeah, it's free to pass through. Now, if they do have the green line ding and then you're not sure if you can pass through, a very easy way to tell is looking at the other lasers, like those ones over there. These have been all put off because I took the data from the vault, So how the laser works is they are always on the same timer. So as long as you see another laser flickers on and these lasers still doesn't flicker on, that means these lasers are fake. That means there's no laser. You can just walk right through and you're done with that. And the other one, you just have to wait for them to flicker off, and when they're off, you walk through and then you do the same here, and then you hack this terminal, open the door, hack the vault. Now, before you get in here, you will get into this room. Now, this room, there will be a camera over here. Around here somewhere. Well, actually, it's around here. Well, it's either around here or around here. Shoot the camera, kill it. If you're going on this side, there will be a camera either around here or here. Shoot the camera, kill it, done. Hack the terminal, hack the vault, done. Actually, I want to show you guys what will happen if you brought a relatively slow frame here. Enemy will see you. As in, you can't run past them and expect them not to see you. Try to avoid the line of sight of the camera. Now that's just great. And since enemies see you, they're more likely to hack the terminal, which also makes this even worse. Because of the fact that you're pretty slow with most normal frames, they will have time to register you. And since they have time to register you, they will usually come after you after seeing you vanish through a door. But right now they aren't, because I'm recording. And when I'm recording, they never do what I want them to do. Now this is the second, this is one of the variation rooms that are very, very easy. You can only mess this up if you're really bad at double jumping, but other than that, it's very easy. Now, first things first, you always want to disable this, or else you're never gonna get in that vault without tripping off the lasers. Second thing, climb up. Here. This vent will always be open. This vent will always be open. These two will always be open. Never go into the room because that's gonna make your life hell. Get up here. There might be a camera. If there is, shoot it. And then you go around following the roads until you see an open vent right here, like that. Now, as you can see, there is a camera inside the vault room. Shoot it. Now, double jump. Like any Warframe can make this double jump. And make sure you land on this side. Because on the other side, underneath here, there's another camera. Take it down. Hack it. Done. Now, here is where the thing happens. Now, when you go up here, there's a chance that either this will open or this will open. Now, depending on which one will open, you just go through it. Always look toward the center one, which is where the vault is supposed to be. If it's open, then take the route. Make sure you destroy the camera though. Now, if it's not open, there's always two ways in. Now, the reason for that is either they want the player to have a way in if they take the other path. If they take this path instead. Sometimes one of these will be blocked, but that's rare. And usually you can take one of the two. And you do the exact same thing. Watch for cameras, which is really easy to find. And then shoot them. And then always look toward if there is a opening into the center. If not, just keep walking around it. And then sometimes this will be blocked. That means you have to go around a bit more before you can get to the vault. Now, there's only one more version of the room, and this one, it requires patience, or if you have a speedy frame, this one will be easy. Now, I switched my loadout, so my Valkyrie actually moves a decent amount of speed. This is Sprint plus Armor Agility speed, which is 45% increase from Valkyrie's movement speed, which will give her 1.6 movement speed. This is decent enough for any spy missions. Now, at this speed, you can run through enemies. They will register you, but not fast enough for them to, but they're not fast enough to chase after you, which means you can relatively run through the entire place without alerting anything. Most of the time. It's probably my luck recording that's gonna cause this to be a failure. And here's this room again. And this is the time where the other fence open. There is an enemy over here, kill it. There's a camera over here, just like I said, kill it. And then climb inside the fence. Ah, well. My carrier just shot something which messed me up. I recommend not using any sentinels except for shades, or else you can tell that something just decided to shoot. Oh great, I forgot to turn off the alarm. But anyways, and that can happen, which is a pain. No, anyways, let's get moving. I'm hoping for this one will also give me Why am I so bad at this when I'm recording? But anyways, I'm also hoping this one will give me the room that I need, the last kind of room I need to show to you guys. But apparently, the game doesn't like me very much. Or it's just recording luck, I guess. There's no camera. I know I'm bad at hacking. Alright, let's pause it here and I will skip to when I actually find the last kind of Cropus room. Hey, actually the game got lucky! Now this is the last room I'm talking about. This one, if you have a slow frame, this is pretty hard to do, but if you have a fast frame, this is easy. So basically you watch the laser scroll past you, and then this laser will only come up to here, so you can walk here to be safe. If you're a slow frame, just duck to the other side, wait for the second to come back, and then for this, you just go over here, sweep, run to here, sweep, and then shoot. I'm teaching you how a slow frame would do it. Normally, I won't do it with with my faster Valkyr. And then one of these two will be open, or they're both open. Break it. Now, there's a camera over here, and sometimes there's a camera over there. So, if there's a camera over there, jump over to that platform right there, and then always make sure you land on this side, so you're out of range of the camera. Just in case, shoot the darn camera. Now take your time to hack. Oh yeah, by the way, Cropus can't see you through glass walls, so the only way that you can mess up after you're in the boat, it's either you carry or shoot something due to the loot mod, like they will literally shoot something and the sound alerts the Cropus, or else they will never see you through glass wall, because glass walls to Cropus are just like real walls with no glass. Now, normally what you're supposed to do, or the developer asks you to do, is use these vents to go through, but it's faster just to run through the laser, and then you're supposed to turn off this this laser, which will trip off this last laser over here, hack the door, and then go in. But it's faster just to go through the vent, and then come out through that way, and then just time your jump, so you will go down into here safely without tripping these ceiling lasers right here. Anyways, that is, I believe, all the versions of Cropus data faults. I hope you, well, this video is mainly for newcomers. I hope you newcomers actually learn something, and if you have been doing spy faults for a long time and learn something new, that's also nice. But if you have anything that I missed, you can tell me and I might include it in my next video. And I might considering doing a Grenier and an Earth Grenier one if I feel up to it. But anyways, that's it. And I'm probably not gonna make a video for another billion years.